Do you think you're not going to have hard conversations? You can't have these type of discussions with your partner? And he made an interesting point. He says, you've already got a prenup, even if you don't do one. It's the state who has decided how assets are going to be divided. Not you, not her, the state. How many government-run offices have you thought, man, I wish they would run a bunch more like this because it's so efficient and I love how they do it and I'm in and out and it's great? I'm guessing not many. So, understand, if you don't have a prenup, you're entering into a contract, because that's what marriage is, a contract, that could be changed by parties not involved in it. The state and politicians can change all of the regulations. They could make it lifetime alimony after 7 years of marriage. You could do nothing about that unless you have alimony waived in your prenup. Okay? And the reality is, a prenup creates discussion. What do you want things to look like? It's also part of my estate planning. If you have assets and you're getting married without a prenup, you're kind of foolish. I don't want to hear oh, you're planning to fail. No, I'm not planning for my marriage to fail. Actually, Melanie didn't know she was already in my will before the prenup was done, before we were married. You know, I bought life insurance to make sure she's taken care of. It's more expensive when you're my age. And the greatest statistic that James Sexton talked about that validates a prenup prevents divorce, he's done thousands of them. He can only think of 5 people that he's done a prenup for that have got divorced. So I don't know statistically what that is, but if he's done 2,000, it's a fraction of 1%, because they've had these conversations ahead of time. And it's a required element in matrimony if you have assets, especially if there's a disparity in assets. Because do you really want the state to be in charge of how everything is handled? You can't do anything about child support. But the reality is, I don't want the state dictating what happens if something were to happen in my marriage. You know,